What is going on, you guys? This is Tech HD coming at you with a brand new video, and I'm super excited about this video because we're going to be doing a first look at the new Padcaster Parrot Pro teleprompter. And I'm so excited because I've been using the original Padcaster Parrot since 2019, and this has been amazing. I love using this as a teleprompter, and the major reason why I've been using a teleprompter for my videos when it comes to A-roll is because I want the videos to be short, I want them to be straightforward, and I want to make sure that I cover everything that I want to talk about, and I don't want to be rambling on and all that. So I've been using this for years and it has been holding up. It is an absolute beast and I love it. But there are still some cons about this, and from what I know, the Parrot Pro has fixed all of those issues. So we're gonna be diving in, we're gonna be taking a look at this. Now, full disclosure, Padcaster did send me this unit early to review. No, they didn't pay me for the review, nor do they get to see the video before it goes live. And all my thoughts and opinions are my own. I just wanted to compare it to the original because I've been using this for years and I do have some cons about this, and I wanted to see if the Pro model fixes all the issues. And I just wanna let you guys know that they are running a Kickstarter. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below so that you guys can participate, because if you do, you guys can save money on the Parrot Pro if you participate in the Kickstarter compared to the original MSRP, which is around 200 bucks. But on their website, on the Kickstarter, you guys could save anywhere from like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, all of that, if depending on which one you go with. So I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below. You guys do have a few more days to participate, and let's get into the review.
So taking a look at what it all comes with, you get a cleaning kit like the pen and the cloth, you get a Bluetooth remote, and the mounting rings. It's normally supposed to come with 6, but I was sent extra, so I received a total of 13, going from a 37mm lens all the way to 82mm. And lastly, you get the Parrot Pro itself. Taking a look at the body, it is made out of an ABS polycarbonate build and it feels sturdy and durable. It has a locking screw to adjust the phone position, and the base has a flip up front and rear tabs to lock the phone in place. The middle screw has a 1/4-20 mount to connect it to a stand if you want, and you can also loosen it to adjust it for the phone that you're using. Lastly, on the back, you have a plastic cover to protect the glass.
So a couple of things that they improved from the original model is the size. So the original is a 4¼ inch screen, whereas the Pro model is 6¼ inch screen, which means that you could go wider on the lens. So on the original teleprompter, I was limited to a 35mm lens. I couldn't go wider than that, otherwise you would see the edges of the actual teleprompter and it would cause vignetting. So if I went wider than the 35, it wouldn't work and I would have to really crop in post, whereas the Parrot Pro advertises that it could go up to a 24mm on a full frame camera. So right now I am shooting at 24mm, so the benefit of that is that I could have the camera much closer to me, and if I'm using a shotgun microphone like I'm using right now, the audio is going to be better because it's going to be closer to me compared to a 35mm, and I have to have the tripod and the camera much farther away. So with a 24 on my arm's length, which is really beneficial not only when it comes to the camera, but also the audio quality. The other key things that they improved from the original model is, one, the original has a front protector screen, whereas the Pro model not only has the front protector screen, but it acts as also the stand. So what you do is you loosen these two knobs, and then in the middle, that gives you the ability to pull the actual holder for the phone, which is really nice. So it acts as both a cover to protect the actual glass, but then it also is a holder for your phone, which is really cool. And then what you do is you lift up this front flap and the back flap, and then that gives you the ability to mount your phone, and it holds a bigger phone. So if you have an iPhone Pro Max or if you have a Galaxy phone, it will definitely hold it. So that is really beneficial compared to the original, because with the original, the major thing with the holding mechanism is it's more of a spring lock clamp, and so that makes it a little bit more flimsy. When I have it on the camera and I try to pull the actual clamp down, it pulls the lens and pulls the camera, so now I have to realign my shot, and then it wouldn't really hold the phone so secure, whereas this has the actual base to just lay your phone down, and then you loosen up the knob here, and then that gives you the ability to adjust the size depending on the phone that you have, which is really, really nice. So now to give you guys an example, first we're going to be trying out the original Parrot teleprompter. Right now I'm using a 24-70 lens and I have the 82mm thread on there. So it's just screwed onto it, and I just put this right in. And now you can see that at 24 millimeters, you got the vignetting and you got the actual teleprompter in the frame. So in order to compensate from that, I would have to zoom in all the way to about 35 millimeters. And now you can see that there's no vignetting, but I have to stand a little bit farther back, or I have to push the camera farther back, and then that messes up with the audio if I were to be using the shotgun microphone above. And so now with the Parrot Pro, it supports up to a 24 millimeter. So now let's try that out. We're gonna be removing this. We're gonna be putting Parrot Pro. There we go. So now we got the Parrot Pro. This is at 35 millimeters, but if I were to zoom out, now we are back at 24 millimeters, and you can see there's no vignetting or anything like that. So I could go wider, which is really nice. So it supports a 24 millimeter at a full frame camera. So if you were to use a Micro Four Thirds, that's about a 12 millimeter lens. If you were to use an APS-C camera, that is about a 15 millimeter lens or something like that. But that is really cool. So now I could go wider. I could have the camera closer to me. If I were to be using a shotgun microphone, the audio is gonna sound better, and it's just an amazing experience. And now to test out how well it actually performs when you put a phone onto it, it holds my iPhone 12 perfectly, and now I'm reading directly off of the script, which is really nice. And I really like it. I have a full view of the actual script. It scrolls in really nice. I could pause it with the added remote that I have here. So I can just hit play, pause it, change the speed. I can connect it straight to the Bluetooth, which is really nice. And I like the fact that it comes with the remote, but I really like reading off of the teleprompter. It makes it quick, makes it easier, and I get straight to the point, and I cover everything that I want to cover. So my overall thoughts on the Padcaster Parrot Pro is I honestly love this because it has improved everything from the original model. One, it is a bigger size, so you can use a wider lens up to 24 millimeters, which is really nice. And that was a major issue that I was having with the original model, is I was limited to 35 millimeters. On top of that, the actual cover is the actual stand for the phone, and you could use a bigger phone. And on top of that, you just screw this loose, you just lower it, and it has that better clamping mechanism, so now your phone is more secure. The only major thing that I don't like about the Parrot Pro compared to the original model is the cover for the back unit. It's just a little piece of plastic. It's nothing major, and it's not really that secure. It makes that little floppy noise, whereas with the original model, uses one of the threads, and then I could just easily remove this. It's metal, and it's using the 58 millimeter. I just slide this back on, and it's much more secure. And even though they made the Parrot Pro larger, it is still super slim and portable and easy to travel with, so it fits in your bag with no problems whatsoever, and I love that. But there you guys have it. That is my thoughts on the Padcaster Parrot Pro. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, as well as everything is going to be linked down in the description below, along with the Kickstarter. Like I said, if you guys want to purchase the Parrot Pro, use the Kickstarter so that you guys can save some money, because the MSRP, like I said, is going to be around 200 bucks, and the first shipping of the Kickstarter is going to be around July or August. So keep an eye on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. As always, TechHD. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!